Hello, and welcome back to the Cascade Reading Lesson Series, The Other Side of the Rope. Today, we're going to be talking about Cascade Reading Lesson 2, Indentations in Cascade. Just a quick recap from Lesson 1, where we talked about the subject and the predicate. The subject and predicate are the essential components of a complete sentence. The subject describes the who of the sentence, and the predicate describes the do of the sentence. In the sentence, the dog barked, the who refers to the dog, which is the subject of the sentence, and the do refers to barked, the predicate of the sentence. Notice that in the cascade format, the dog and barked are at the same alignment level. They're at the same indent level. This is because the subject and predicate are always aligned in the cascade format. Moving on now to some more complex types of sentences. Sentences can sometimes have something called direct objects. For instance, in the sentence, the children ate the birthday cake, we have the children as the subject, ate as what the children were doing, or the predicate, and then the birthday cake. So many sentences include another important component. Who or what receives the action of the verb? In this case, the verb is ate, so who or what receives the action of ate? This is called the direct object. And in this sentence, the children ate the birthday cake, the direct object is the birthday cake. It describes what the children ate or what got eaten. In cascade format, it is therefore indented underneath the verb ate because it is the thing that got eaten. It describes what was eaten. Let's look at another example. My family planned a long vacation. In the cascade format, it would look like this. Looking at this sentence, what is the subject and what is the predicate? The subject of the sentence, my family, matches with the predicate planned. Now, what got planned? What got planned is a long vacation, and that is why a long vacation is indented underneath planned. Now, last lesson we talked a little bit about prepositional phrases, and now we're going to look at prepositional phrases and direct objects together. In this more complex sentence, the 6th grade students in Mr. Carroll's class finished their assignments on time. It can be hard to figure out exactly what goes where. Looking at this in the cascade format now, we can see that the 6th grade students and finished both align. That means that the 6th grade students is the subject of the sentence, and finished is the predicate of the sentence. Now, what did the students finish? They finished their assignments, and that's why their assignments appears indented past finished. But we can also answer other questions. Which students finished their assignments, and when did they finish those assignments? Here, the prepositional phrases help us answer these questions. In Mr. Carroll's class, the second line of the cascaded sentence shows us which students finished their assignments on time. And the prepositional phrase on time shows us when the action of finished took place. Notice where these are indented. In Mr. Carroll's class appears indented underneath the 6th grade students. That's because it describes the 6th grade students. You could ask which 6th grade students, and the answer would be those in Mr. Carroll's class. The same thing can be done with on time. You could ask when were the assignments finished, and the answer would be on time. And that is why on time is indented one level past the word finished. Direct objects can also be complex. For example, the sentence Sandy found a pencil with a damaged eraser. Here in the cascade format, we would see Sandy found a pencil with a damaged eraser. Here, what is the subject of the sentence? What is the predicate? Going back to lesson 1, what would be the simple predicate versus the complex predicate? Take a moment and think about the answer. The subject of the sentence is Sandy. And the simple predicate is found, since found is aligned with Sandy. It describes what Sandy did. The complex predicate, though, includes all of the information that describes the predicate, that describes the simple predicate. Therefore, the complex predicate is found a pencil with a damaged eraser. Now, what in the complex predicate describes the pencil that was found? With a damaged eraser describes the pencil. Therefore, with a damaged eraser is indented past the word pencil. Notice that there are multiple levels to this cascade now. That's because we always indent information underneath and past what it is referring to. A damaged eraser describes pencil, and pencil describes found. Let's look at another example now. The actor enjoyed the part he played in the movie about baseball. Here, this is the cascade format, and you can see there's a lot going on. There are a lot of different indentation levels. But if we look more closely at the sentence, things will start to make more sense. What is the complex predicate of the sentence? The complex predicate in the sentence is rather long, but it is enjoyed the part he played in the movie about baseball. It's everything except for the subject, the actor. Now, you may have noticed that there's multiple subjects and multiple predicates in this sentence, and that can be quite confusing. For example, who played and who enjoyed? He played and the actor enjoyed. You can always tell because the actor and enjoyed are at the same alignment, are at the same indent level, and that's the case with he and played as well. Now, what is the complex direct object? If we think just about the direct object itself, the simple direct object, that would be the part, because it describes what was enjoyed. But if we now think about the part and all elements of the sentence that describe the part or describe the direct object, we get the part he played in the movie about baseball. You can use the complex direct object to ask, what did the actor enjoy? He enjoyed the part he played in the movie about baseball. So, looking now into lessons 1 and 2, what have we learned so far? The subject and predicate are two main elements of a sentence. The subject describes who or what is doing something, and the predicate describes what the subject is doing. Notice the two dark blue puzzle pieces below. These are where the subject and predicate would usually be shown in a cascaded sentence. We also know that the direct object describes who or what receives the action of the verb. This would always be indented past the verb or the predicate of the sentence. And lastly, prepositional phrases are indented past what they describe, just like direct objects are. In the next lesson, we will talk more about indentations in Cascade and how they can even appear before what they describe in some cases. Thanks for watching.